fall is most definitely in the air, and I'm excited to start decorating. I'm going to head out today and see what's new at some of my favorite places to shop. So join me and we'll see what we can find for fall 2025. Hey y'all, it's Jen. You're watching Simply Home and Harvest, and you are in my car today running errands with me. And let me tell you, it is a beautiful day. Right now it's 81 degrees, but we have been blessed with such a perfect week weather-wise. It's been a little rainy here, but our temperatures for the last week have been in the 70s. I think today is the first day that's really hit the 80s in a few days. And it has been a much welcomed change, a much needed change. We were running up to 100 and so humid of days for just weeks and weeks on end. So it's just really nice. It makes me want to get out and start thinking about fall. And actually I have been like neck deep into a project, which you'll be seeing. It'll be coming soon to you, but I'm working on our master closet, cleaning it out. But I also realized that we are coming up on the fall season, and it's time to start thinking about decorating for fall and seeing what's out there. And so today I had to run errands. I'm at Sam's actually. I had to take some stuff back to Sam's. I stopped by our local garden center. I had seen some fall decor on one of their social media posts, and so I stopped by to check some things out, and I picked up a garden flag. And when I saw it, I realized that I think this is the direction I want to go for fall decor. So we're out and about. We're gonna look at Sam's. I don't know what Sam's has for fall, but I also want to go to Beall's, which I talked about that in another video that I had recently. I don't know if you have one of those in your area. It's kind of like our TJ Maxx, I guess. We also have a Marshall's, kind of the same thing, like Home Goods. We might stop by there today. We definitely will stop at Hobby Lobby. So I'm just gonna show you what's out there for fall at some of the different places. Instead of doing a video for each one, I thought, you know what, I'm out. I'll just take you along. But I first want to show you what I picked up at the garden center. And let me just say that this morning when we were sitting down to breakfast, I've started to take down all of my like Americana decor, and it's on the kitchen table until I could get my fall stuff out. But I have not been able to take down any of my blue florals. I have just enjoyed so much that blue pattern, those navies, the blue and white together, and I haven't been able to part with it. And I told Tim this morning at breakfast, I was like, you know, I'm ready to kind of transition into fall, but I am not ready to give up the blue and white. I love it so much. He was, you know, to him, it was like listening to the teacher on Charlie Brown, wah, 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 wah. That's how he feels every time I start talking. He's like, you're so chatty about stuff I don't care about. But anyway, I just, you know, I need to talk to y'all. That's what I need to do. So let me show you this garden flag that I picked up at our little local garden center. I love it so much, but y'all look at this. So I think, can you see it? There's a little bit of a glare on it. I think this is gonna be my vision going into the season. And look, I won't have to give up those blue florals because there's that blue floral in the bottom, but now we're incorporating some blue leaf pattern. We still have the blue and white, the navy, the pops of that deep orange. Oh my goodness, y'all love it? I love it. And the gold stem, we can add in the gold. So this is my inspiration piece. I like to have an inspiration piece. You know, back in the spring, it was my little the Currier and Ives plate and that teacup that I had was my inspiration piece. So we'll have this garden flag's gonna be our inspiration piece. So we're gonna see what we can find out there today that's in this pattern. Now, I don't know how much I'll buy today because I wanna go home, pull out everything I have, use what I have, right? And see, but we're totally going navy and white and orange this year. What do y'all think? I think it's gonna be fabulous. All right, let's see what's out there. Okay, so Sam's Club didn't have a lot in the way of fall decor, but they did have these boxwood balls that I wanted to show you because I thought that they were really pretty and it's something you could incorporate all year long. But they had a few little things here and there. However, our next stop did not disappoint. Now, I will say that Sam's focus is probably more on Halloween, but Hobby Lobby, y'all know I try to stay away from Hobby Lobby sometimes because I just get so drawn in. But when you have a theme or you have your eye on something particular, your eye will find it in Hobby Lobby. So I was seeing all the amber glass, all the beautiful basket pieces, those natural elements of wood, and it looked like everybody was into, like I said, the amber and the navies and the deep oranges this year. So maybe that's just what my eye was being drawn to. But I am just going to let you take a look around our Hobby Lobby. Oh, I did want to say this. It looks like Hobby Lobby is really trying this year to step it up a little bit and offer more high-end pieces for decor. And so these pumpkins, I just thought were so gorgeous. I love the details in them. I mean, they look absolutely real. They've got that rustic detail. They've got some elegance to them. They were really heavy, which it was, a significant price increase from just your standard pumpkins that Hobby Lobby has been selling, but very foundational pieces that you will have for many, many years. And everything's 40% off. So that's good news too. But just beware of that. A lot of, items seem to be a little bit more this year, but I think it's because they're offering some higher quality in their decor, which is fun to see the variety there. So I'm going to let the music play, I think, and maybe I'll pop in and out and just share my thoughts with you. Now, these gold turkeys got my attention, and I had to stop and check them out because they look so familiar to me. And I think this is a resurgence of 1970s decor. So, some of you might already have some of these pieces in your home. You'll have to let me know below. But I remember like the peacocks and the turkeys, the gold turkeys being in a lot of decor that hung around on into the 80s. But I want to talk about these candles right here that are on a timer, and they come with a remote. Now, I didn't stay on that picture long, but Hobby Lobby has some of the best candles like that, the flameless candles on the timer. So if you're looking for a good set, that's a good one to get. Everything operates off the same remote, and I have really enjoyed mine. And these beautiful candle holders would be an excellent place to showcase them. Well, it took forever to get out of Hobby Lobby. I just kept being drawn to things. My mind was going the creative side, you know, and so I'm over in the fabric section and trying to think of things I can make to go with this new decor idea. And I got into a rabbit hole. So now I'm out and I'm here at Michael's. I'm gonna run into Michael's and see what they've got new for fall. We'll hit Beall's too while we're here. They're side by side. And if we have time, we'll go to Marshall's. I don't know if we're gonna make it to Marshall's because I'm getting hungry. I need to get a bite to eat. And then I've got another errand that's not decor related that I need to run before this day gets away from me. So let's see what we can find at Michael's. Now, one thing I found about our Michael's is that their decor is Halloween heavy for fall. And so if that's not what you're into and you're looking for more of the fall pieces, you have to kind of go searching for them in our Michael's, and you get about 2.5 aisles. Now, I did see a lot of those blue florals integrated in the decor this year more so, and also a lot of the natural, like the baskets and everything in that deeper orange. So I'm just going to show you what we did have at our Michael's, which, like I said, is not a lot when it comes to fall decor, but the pieces are really, really pretty. And their wreaths are just absolutely gorgeous. Now, on to one of my newest favorite places to shop. Now, I will say that I wasn't impressed with Beall's fall decor, and I don't really remember what their seasonal decor looks like normally, because I'm more drawn to like their housewares and their organizational pieces and their furniture and pictures and that sort of thing. So this might be the way it normally is, but they did have some pretty pieces, and I'll show you what they did have. All right, guys, well, I'm back home. That sure was fun, especially getting to see all the pretty new fall decor. And I have to say, you know, some of the stores have pulled everything out, but some still, I don't think, have their fall decor out in full yet, which they still have time, but they need to get a move on, you know. But we did just make it to the stores that I mentioned. Not a lot going on at Marshall's. I didn't even hardly film in there. Of course, I was in there on another mission, but I really did not see a whole lot of fall decor. Now, I will tell you that a lot of the stores were like all out on Halloween. And I do realize that a lot of people decorate, you know, heavily for Halloween and get into it. I don't really decorate for Halloween, so none of that was appealing to me. In fact, Michael's, like when you walk in, it's like Halloween in your face, full on. So if you're looking for Halloween decor, you can find it at Michael's. You have to kind of, in our store, you have to turn right and go over in the corner, and that's where a few, maybe like a couple aisles of fall decor, what I call fall decor, which you can use from now until Christmas, is out on display. All right, let me show you. Well, I didn't get much because I really don't want to spend a lot of money on fall decor. I want to use what I have. All the more reason to try to use what we already have on hand and just kind of switch things around, shop your home, move something from one room to another room so it just feels fresh and new. You know, I shared all of that with you in a recent decorating tips video. So if you haven't seen that, I'll try to link it down below so that you can go back and check out that video. So abiding by those rules for the most part. Oh, let me just show you the flag again. Maybe it won't be so much of a glare. It's just so pretty. And it being outside, I don't know if you guys remember, but my patio furniture that's on the deck, which will be out there through the fall season, is that blue, that navy stripe. So even though this is gonna be on the front side, I just feel like I need to go get another one for the back side. I just love it so much. Okay, moving on. All right, we'll start with Hobby Lobby. So let me show you, where do I wanna start? You probably saw this. I did go ahead and pick up this picture. Now, everything at Hobby Lobby for fall and like all their craft fall items was 40% off. So that was a good thing. So this was $11.99, but we got it for 40% off. And I should just let y'all do the math. I don't have my receipt nearby. 40% off made this picture $7.19. I love the dark. I don't know if the lighting in here is picking it up very well, but it's that burnt orange. So and then you've got like the navy touches there and the little berries. But I think that's gonna go along with my vision for decor and then go with other pieces that we already have. So I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. Probably in the den, but we'll just wait and see. That'll be the fun part. I also needed another rug to go on the porch because the rug out there, I've been using it since last fall, I guess, is that black and white buffalo check. But since we're gonna be going strictly like navy and orange out there, then, you know, that black and white's not gonna look good. But this will be really pretty. So I went ahead and got this also $11.99 and 40% off. So that made this $7.19. That's my ice maker in the background. I'll wait a second. Also from Hobby Lobby, I picked up this beautiful wall accent, I guess is what you would call it. And I know the spot that I want to hang this over in the kitchen. I thought it was so pretty. Again, you can see the oranges. There's little hints of blue, greens, just a lot of those earthy tones. I love the color of that pumpkin. Last year we grew a pumpkin very much this color in our garden. Sadly, we won't have any pumpkins in our garden this year unless I'm volunteering somewhere in the woods. I will have to go out and get pumpkins, and that does make me sad. But anyway, I thought this was really pretty. Okay, it was $5.99, and then 40% off made it $3.59. So pick that up. And then the rest that I got from Hobby Lobby is projects that I have in mind that I will share with you when they come to fruition. But I'll have to, maybe I can put like an inspo picture up in the corner here, but kind of keeping with this theme and this pumpkin right here, with the pattern and then like that more of a copper metallic stem there. When I stopped to get that flag this morning, the owner there was showing me a ceramic pumpkin that matched back to the flag. A whole lot more than I would want to pay, but I thought that's so pretty if I could figure out how to recreate that. And back in the spring, we did some decoupage with some wooden bunnies, and I tried to find that same kind of concept in a pumpkin, and I couldn't find any wooden pumpkins that I really liked. I couldn't find any like styrofoam pumpkins that I liked. So I went with this ceramic pumpkin. We'll just have to hope it doesn't get knocked off a shelf because it is very breakable. But it was $3.49, and so 40% off made it $1.79. And I think what I'm gonna do is take some either material or the napkin and do that sort of Mod Podge on it and then paint the stem that copper metallic color. That's the plan. I think that would be so pretty up on a shelf somewhere. So I'm going to try my hand at that. I'll let you guys know how it goes. And then I saw these and I thought it was a really good price for them. They were $2.49, and then they were on sale for 40% off, which took $1 off. So that made them $1.49 a piece, which to me is worth it for, you know, a cut piece of wood like this. So I thought what I will do is try to put some leaves on this or some pumpkins. And I thought it'd be pretty if I could figure out the material. Well, I wanted to get some sort of orange material, but I went back to the fabric department and I found this. And, you know, I've already got, you know, some of the other florals, and I want to do that with the orange. And I thought that was really pretty, but I'm still going to be on the lookout for some other kind of like a quilting material, like a floral, maybe, but more on the fall side of thing, maybe with like some stems and stuff. I don't know. Like I told the lady at Hobby Lobby, I'll know it when I see it. But I went ahead and got this, and I'm gonna, you know, try it out with this and see if I like it. So my idea is to take this fabric and somehow come up with something to fix to the front of it. So that in mind, I got a couple things to play with. I got these pumpkins, and then I got these leaves, and I can't hold them all at the same time, but they were $1. Well, that was $2.49. The other one was $1.99, and then 40% off that. So it's a whole pack. This is like 9 pieces in this one, 12 pieces in the pumpkins, but it's various kinds of leaves. I think there are 3 different kinds of leaves in here. And I thought it would be so pretty with like 2 leaves or a leaf and a pumpkin on each one in some sort of fabric, or like do the napkin Mod Podge on it again, or paint them. Just paint them and then put them on the board. So that's the idea there. I thought that would be pretty to hang on the door. It would be pretty just to put up on an easel, or just to sit up on the shelf and like lean up against the wall on the backsplash, the top of the stove, you know, against the backsplash there. So that's the idea. And like I said, we'll see how that comes together, and I'll bring you along. I also did pick up these. They're already cut. In fact, it's a whole lot, 24 pieces. So maybe I'll pass these on to a teacher friend or somebody at church that can use them. I really just probably need one, but I was going to use it to maybe trace onto some fabric because I like the size of just that one. That is all from Hobby Lobby. All right, so last piece I want to show you is not really a fall decor piece, but I was out, you know, getting items for this closet makeover, and so I found this while I was out, and I could not pass it up. I love anything like this, and it was on clearance. I picked this up at Beall's, and it's just a pedestal. You know, you could use it as a cake pedestal. In fact, I think the reason it was on clearance is probably because it had a cloche. You see the indentation there, and it was some sort of stand, and it probably fell off and broke, and so that maybe is why it's on clearance. So I got it. It was regular $12.99, but I got it for $7, and I just love it. I could see that little ceramic pumpkin and a little picture or something sitting up here. We could use it, you know, on the kitchen table or on a shelf or anywhere. The sky's the limit. But I love pieces like this. They are timeless. So if you ever find anything like this and it's on clearance, baskets, anything that you could use all year round in your home decor, to me, that is a win-win. And this is probably not something that I'll ever pass on because I'll always be able to use it. It will never go out of style. And for me, that is everything. All right, guys. Well, I hope that gives you an idea of kind of the direction that I'm planning to go this year for fall decor. I'm starting to look forward to getting out my decorations. This today really like inspired me to get going with that, and it's been so beautiful that it makes you feel like fall is around the corner. Next week I think it's going to heat back up, but hopefully I can find some time once I get this closet finished to get my fall decor out and get everything decorated, and then I'll bring you back and we'll do a home tour, and I'll show you all those beautiful pieces and how we incorporate them, and how I take what I already have on hand and make it into a beautiful display. All right, well, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below if you've already started decorating for fall, or when you plan to start, and what is your decorating inspiration this year. I'd love to hear it, so be sure to drop me a comment below. Also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, what are you waiting for? Be sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like so that you don't miss out, because there's so much more to come, and I'm excited to share all that with you. All right, friends, well, until next time, remember to live simply, use what you have, enjoy the moments you've been given, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care.